Bright lights sitting on to set my soul on fire. Welcome to Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world and home to the running rebels of UNLV. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the BYU Cougars, taking on a team who is rested and ready, coming off a bye, the UNLV Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. So the UNLV Rebels offense will start this game off. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best. And I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When the receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down and 2nd and 3. Running back searching for a hole. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down. Understand the situation. Understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's going to pass. Snags it over the middle. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field, and you saw that right there.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on first down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Got his man downfield. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Rebels! A great catch and run for 6. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Cougars offense will go to work for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes a move. And the returner will be brought down. The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. He's got the back in the middle. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you throw into running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Fast motion from the offense. Handoff to the single running back.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll go right back to it. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. A little screen to the running back. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but we're seeing it specifically on this drive.
They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
And the Rebels trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UNLV.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards, and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intention. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and UNLV has the edge. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football and let him get lathered up.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Got him downfield. On the move at the 30. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
And I really like when offenses attack over the middle of the field. Between the linebackers and the safeties, there's usually a soft area that you can usually have some success. And really nice job by this offense taking advantage of those areas.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Pushes ahead for a pickup of 1 down to the 13. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Cougars. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Virginia Tech made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit road victory. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Hokies. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. A good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
Going for the big play. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages. Because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. He's got him wide open. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
Still on the 35-yard line, they'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Got his man down the middle. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. From the gun, the ground game. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. On 2nd down, wants to throw. He'll pull it down and run. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He makes the grab. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. And the Cougars want to move quickly. Going up top on 1st down. Makes the grab.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Gets open down the middle. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Swings it out to the flat.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. They're going to throw it again. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He looks that one in nicely. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the 1st? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away and hoping that'll be the final points of this 1st half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down.
Going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Makes the grab down the left side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Now adjusting. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's McDaniel. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll throw it on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UNLV!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. So a drive there of 85 yards. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
BYU 10.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. With 8 seconds to go in the half, wonder if they'll try to get a big play just to see what happens. Handoff from the shotgun. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Allegiant Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. We're ready to get it started here in the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football palm out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the game.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. And they wrap him up, and not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Quarterback checking off. Wants to throw on first down. He'll take a shot. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Wide out in motion. He's looking for a man on second down. Makes a connection. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebel. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Let's see. He can block. He can catch. He can run. Yeah, let's just forget about the blocking for now. The catching, the running, the scoring is dangerous.
And they do the dirty work, but this is what they would prefer to do. These guys want to catch touchdown passes. Most of these guys were wide receivers in high school, and they show you why. They'll go up, get that football, make plays for the quarterback.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play.
42 Spider.
Unloads quickly. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
Second down coming up. The play action fake.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. To the ground from the back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Hauls it in at the 40. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. Line gets set, first down. Going to the ground. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And a nice job by the running back finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Right back to it. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Running it in the red zone, imposing their will and picking up 5 down to the 15.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go to the ground. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
He wants to throw it. Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Snags it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and UNLV has the edge. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Using his feet. Touchdown, Rebels! And the stomping has commenced. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. And talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scary.
And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. He got it. And now the lead is extended a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to, because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting a nail in the coffin.
Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance when you got that.
Touchdown, UNLV. And the punishment has been extended. That leads a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And he's going to try to return this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. He's right on target. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Facing a third down and short from the 26. He'll try to get it through the air. Finds his target down the middle. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
It's complete to the right.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their...
Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over. What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
Here we go.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field. And this guy, I know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows he's got 97 yards rushing here in the fourth quarter. You know he is begging his coach just for one more carry to get that mark.
We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They'll try it again from the 1 on second and goal. Here comes the option. Quick toss. Touchdown, UNLV! And the route is on.
Points, and more points. This this offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. SMU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Doak Walker among the legends to wear that uniform. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to North Carolina. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. And there's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. This offense has a second down play. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Trying to get to it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They want to just keep throwing it. He'll pull it down. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jennings. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit.
Unleashes one deep. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. Final minute. This game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.